Mental Health Awareness Month. We're going to talk a little bit about trauma, right? We got complex trauma or CPTSD, we got PTSD. Those are very big umbrellas for all of what I call like the side of all the little raindrops that fall underneath it, right? The things that add to that: anxiety, depression, panic attacks, night terrors, and if you already have mental illness, bipolar, OCD, all of these things that take into effect. And I'm not a professional, I'm not licensed, y'all know that, but I'm a human being who's been through it, who's gone through it. Okay, anybody else who suffers with mental illness and stuff, sometimes the medicine, we feel great and we're like, we don't need the medicine. Especially with bipolar, we'd be the first ones like, we don't need this stuff. And then I got to a point where, even though I don't like big pharma, I got to a point where I was like, okay, maybe a mood stabilizer would be good. I mean, because I prefer all natural stuff, but I'm also disabled and I can't afford all the healthy all natural stuff that I used to take, right? So then we get caught into this big pharma. And I had really said, I'm going to be compliant with my medications. I'm going to show up for myself. I'm going to be in therapy. I'm going to follow the rules, right? To get myself right. And it gets exhausting, right? It's so exhausting just trying to keep up with everyone and trying to make sure that you're the person, holding things together. Some of you have siblings and big families, and, gosh forbid, you decide to go heal and take some time for yourself. However, you see, when you decide to finally walk, when you decide to say no for the first time, when you decide to put a boundary, to respect that boundary, which means respecting yourself, your self-worth, it's not easy. It hurts. Me not having a mother, who doesn't want a mother for 8 years? Yeah, it hurts. Did I want to be a statistic for a divorce? No, of course it hurts. These things are not okay. And you know what happens at the beginning? You're going to feel like you're losing your shit. And it's because you are. And guess what? That's okay. You will be a hot mess. And it'll be like that for a long time. But I'd rather you be breathing here as a hot mess. Pat yourself on the back, right? Own your main character energy. Make sure that you are giving yourself the validation and the credit that you deserve, because we can't rely on other people for that. But at the same time, I tell y'all, come Sunday to the lives, get all the validation you need, because sometimes for some of us, we do need it. Because without it, it's just triggering effects of trauma. And guess what? It is never a bad time to start a healing journey. It is never a bad time to own up to mental illness. It is never a bad time to educate yourself about mental illness that other people around you may have. And it doesn't matter what's going on in society. Guess what? Mental health is still going to exist. Mental illnesses are still going to exist. And we still have to figure out how to survive, right? Which means I see you and I hear you. I remember, you're not alone. We're in it together. And I love you.